In this tutorial, we're going to cover some tips for shooting sportswear. Sportswear is all about action and motion. You really want to sell the idea of activity. Sportswear on its own can kind of look a little bit static. Because we've got some movement in this, we thought we'd introduce some set design and some props into the mix. So what we're able to do is add a little more visual interest, a little more posing opportunities to really help sell the effect of sportswear. What we've done for our lighting is we've gone for an overall bright appearance, but what's creating the shadow and interest are the angles and shapes of the set. So we have our key light bouncing into a bounce board over here and just illuminating the whole set. We do have a bit of contrast across the face, but it's minimal. So for these, I think, stay in your own world. It's not so much about the camera. Yeah. It's just about you and your thoughts. You've exercised hard. You've just taken a little break. Keep the movements slow, that's it. Great. When directing your model in these kinds of sportswear shots, it's important that you understand what motion you're trying to simulate and pose accordingly. Give good direction to the model where they should focus their attention, where they should focus their eyes, whether it's on the motion and activity itself or towards the camera. Oftentimes it can look better if the model is performing the motion within themselves rather than to camera, which can look forced and cheesy. Now we're going to have a look at making videos. We're going to shoot a little bit of slow motion just to capture the action and make it look more fluid. This particular video is going to focus on the top, so we're just going to make sure that we're not wrinkled up too much here, and that during the activity that we make sure that we keep an eye on the creases that might form. So if we can do a slightly 3/4 on for this, yeah, and shadow box away. Make sure that you don't take your foot any further than that, that's great. Okay, it's 2 seconds. Great. Just like you've kind of finished boxing, you're just going to drop a glove like that. That's it. That one movement. Have the gloves crossing the body and then just dropping down. That's perfect, actually, where you had them. Yeah? Perfect. Just tiny step this way. Yes, excellent. I'm just going to pull the top down quick. Okay, so for this section of video, we're just focusing really on the top. And again, it's slow motion, so just a little bit of motion, not too exaggerated. So it's slightly wider, this one. So again, I think you can just not do the boxing, but just do some turns like that with the gloves. So now we get to preview it. Juliet, do you want to come and have a look?
Definitely want
Let's see your star boxing. So what we've got here is we've got a real nice introduction to the product and a bit of activity and movement. But then for the other shots, we've again focused in on the top and made the top the star. Why do we choose video for these sorts of things? Well, video can really show you how the fabric moves. We also get to see how the light hits the product and how it reacts to other materials. So as you can see, using props and set design really help the model imagine that they're in a sports situation and you're able to get natural looking activity shots.